Happy Sunday. Welcome back. Welcome back to Tarot Time with Dana. Pause for dramatic effect. And done. Welcome. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, I've had a very interesting weekend, and I'm going to tell you all about it. But I'm also going to do the weekly forecast for all the Zodiac sign, Aries through Pisces, and see what messages we get out. Hey, Carmen. Hey, Shaylee. Yes. So I'm going to shuffle my cards and light some sage and chat with you for a moment. If you are new to me, welcome. Say hey. I got a lot of new people here. The page continues to grow. I think I'm almost to 44 now. So that's cool. If you're returning, thank you, for especially those of you that have been with me since the beginning. Oh, also, it is my 1 year YouTube anniversary. Yeah. So like if you look at the date on my YouTube, like the auto date it gives you, it looks like I've been on here forever, but I never actually posted a video until 1 year ago this week. So we did it. We made it to a year. And I went from 0 to just about 44,000 subscribers during this past year. It's been a really awesome ride, a really awesome trip. I wasn't new to tarot though. I've been doing tarot a long time before I put it out there. But yeah. So, some of you have been with me from the beginning. Thank you. Appreciate that. I wanted to find one of the really old videos. Well, I guess not really old because I've only been on here a year. But I wanted to find like my first video and repost it just to see, what you guys thought. But yeah, I'm gonna let that burn over here for a moment. Also, thanks. Thank you, darlings. Hey, BrieX3. Also, so it's my 1 year anniversary, and I already forgot what I was going to say. My mind is like totally not working today, so I have no idea how these readings are going to go, just to be really honest with you. But I don't even remember where I was going with that. So, I don't know about the rest of you, but I have been in a funk, like a real funk lately. And oh, by the way, if you don't like the chat portion, come back in like 10 minutes. If you're watching the recorded version, click the timestamps below to jump ahead. For those of you who like to chat, though, I've been in a funk, man. I've been in a funk. Like yesterday, I just was blah. Hey, Carmen. Thank you for the $40, darling. Thank you. You don't have to give me super chats. Happy Friendsiversary to you, too. It's our Friendsiversary. Thank you. You brightened up my day a little bit. But you don't have to give me super chats. So, you don't do personal readings anymore. I haven't been doing them. I got a promotion in my real life job a few months ago. And honestly, I don't have the time. And I don't like to do personal readings when I feel like I'm just having to like shove them out when I don't have the time or energy to do them. I just don't feel right about that. So I haven't been doing personal readings. I don't want to say I don't do them at all, but I'm very selective with who and when I will do them. Maybe that will change in the future, but right now my life is like crazy busy. And my real life job demands a lot of my time, which I happily invest because I love my real job. I mean, I love YouTube too, but you gotta keep it balanced. But yeah, they're closed right now. And I know a lot of you have emails out to me asking me for private readings. There's like, I got so behind on emails, and there's like 500 sitting in my email box, and I just stopped responding to them. So I'm sorry if I haven't responded to you, but I'm like drowning in them, and I don't have. I should get like an assistant, I think, or someone to go through my emails. I would love to respond to every single one of you, but I can't. I try though. I do try to respond when I can. But yeah, sorry about that. So anyways, let's talk about this week, because I don't know if it's, I know we're in the shadow phase, right? We had a full moon, full harvest moon in Aries. I know that. That was positive though, I felt. Or if it's because we're going into Scorpio season. But I have been like all the Scorpio parts of my birth chart, I feel like, are slowly lighting up. And I got a lot of Scorpio in my birth chart. So I've just been like moody, sarcastic. I mean, just bleh, bleh. I don't know. So I hope that's not just me. I guess I'll tell when I do the readings if it's just me. But yesterday I was like, I didn't have to work yesterday. I didn't have anything on my plate, which was the first time in a long time that I've had nothing that I was obligated to do. Because even on the weekends, I have obligations. And so I should have woke up like super happy. But instead I woke up like, I don't know what I want to do today. You know, like that. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever woke up like that? No reason to be grumpy. You're just like, blah. So I forced myself to get out of bed and participate in life. Went to my kid's t-ball game. Not t-ball. He's baseball now. And then I was kind of like moping around for a while, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the bookstore, because I had a gift card that one of my moderators sent me. Thank you. And I hadn't had a chance to use it yet, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna make myself get out of this funk. Thank you for the $10, Colleen. Appreciate ya. So I took my grumpy ass to Barnes & Noble's, and I took my kids with me because they love the bookstore too. And I let them pick out, they were supposed to pick out books, but they ended up picking out Pokemon cards because I guess kids don't read anymore. I don't know. And then I went to the spiritual section, which is funny because Barnes & Noble's is huge, right? It's a pretty big store. And the spiritual section is like one tiny bookshelf shoved way into the corner. Very, very little selection in the spiritual section. And they don't even call it the spiritual section. They call it self-awakening. But that's where they hide all the tarot cards and the books that I like to read. So thank you for the $14.99, Monica. Appreciate you, girl. Appreciate you. You guys be so good to me today. What I do to you? Oh yeah, YouTube anniversary gifts. I'll take it. Sorry, ADD. Yeah, so like I go back, into the back, and I'm like, I didn't really want to be like around human beings anyways, because I was like in a foul mood. And so like I'm back there with my closed off energy, like reading through books, and I lost track of time. I ended up reading like several different books, like at least 10 pages from each, and then I put them back, because I ain't gonna buy all of them. And I ended up being in there for like an hour or more. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So I got a coffee. That made me feel better because I love pumpkin spice, and I had a $1 off coupon, so that made me happy. And by the end of the day, I got out of my funk. I went and seen my sister. We hung out, and then I had some friends over later on for dinner. So it ended up to be actually a pretty good day. But I got some new cards, and that's what I want to show you guys. So hold on. Oh yes, I have goodies in here. Let me share my goodies with you. Okay. So, I got these cards, and we're going to test them out today. I got them for Halloween. Don't be freaked out by the images. They're really pretty. But I'm like, ooh, Halloween theme. So next weekend when I go live, I'm going to have my Halloween costume on, and I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to be. But I think you're going to like it. And I'm going to use these cards. I'm actually going to try them out today. So these are new to me. They're really pretty, but they're a little cryptic. But I felt like since we're going into Scorpio season, what better cards, right? Than these cards. It is in honor of the Scorpio energy. Yeah, so I got those. Really excited about those. I'm going to use them today, test them out today. And then when I do the Halloween read, I'm going to use those. And then I got another book. So this one is about like saging and, astrology, herbs, crystals. I don't know. It's a really neat book. I read a lot of it in the bookstore already, but I'm going to read the rest of it. So that's what I got. You got both of those too? Really? Small world. Small world. Yeah. So anyways, I'm done talking. Yes, I did use my gift card. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you. After the gift card and my coupon, I only ended up spending like $10, $15. And that's with what my children got because they got Pokemon cards, which I don't understand Pokemon, but whatever. They love it. I don't get it at all. So, yeah, that's how I've been feeling. In a funk, That I try to make myself feel better. And it worked. It was just icky. What was the book called again? I don't understand Pokemon. I don't get it. Like, he's tried to explain it to me, my child, and I'm like, yeah, I don't get it. The book is called The Witch's Way. I don't really like that term, witch. But it has a lot of cool stuff in here about herbs and how to unblock your chakras, and I don't know. It was intriguing to me. So, yeah. Yep. Anyways, I'm done now. I'm hoping this week will be better, but I have a feeling it's not. I don't know why I feel that way, and I'm not trying to put that out there for all the zodiac signs. But I just have a feeling this week is going to be different. We'll see. We'll see the cards I get out. We'll see. All right, so got 145 in here, and I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing me blab. So I'm going to, is it a cool book? Do you have it too? I know. What drew me to the book, and I can't pronounce your name, Samura, was that it's just a cool looking book, right? Like, this is something I'll put on my shelves. Like, I'm drawn to the way, like, when I go to a bookstore, I just kind of like scan all of the books and all of the cards, and then I grab the ones I'm drawn to. And I was drawn to this one because it's aesthetically pleasing. And then it was actually pretty interesting. So, but yeah. That's what I did to make me feel better. I feel like I've been heartbroken lately, and I don't even know why. You know, I don't have anything heartbreaking going on, so that's why I guess it was confusing as to why I was so emo yesterday. I felt like I was going back in the past. It was really crazy. Crazy, crazy. All right, so we're going to do Aries first, and I'm going to do a combination of my new cards. These are the cards I just bought. It's a little bit dark. It's a very Halloween-y deck. And then these. Carmen, these are the ones you got me. And then universes. Messages from the universe. I used this last week. I liked it. They're a little bit more uplifting, I feel. And then the numinous deck here. Okay. Thanks, KH. That makes me feel good. For those of you who didn't see it, he said, he or she, I don't know if you're a he or she, you are loved. Thank you. I was not feeling that yesterday for some reason. But appreciate that. All right, Aries. Aries. Ooh, the Sun card. Okay, Leo energy out. Some of you might have that in your chart or be dealing with one. To me, the Sun card, Aries, always talks about, you know, seeing the brighter side of things, but also our heart chakra. So the Sun energy rules the heart chakra. It talks about honoring your heart, being in your essence, feeling energetic if you haven't been feeling energetic. It talks about, you know, wanting to be an individual. And this card too, it talks about wanting to be self-sufficient and independent. So some of you may be really leaning towards that energy during this time frame. So, and time is malleable. I set the intention for this upcoming week, but it could be past, present, future, as you know. So yeah, it talks about wanting to be self-sufficient, being able to stand on your own 2 feet, being able to push things forward, not having to ask permission, not having to ask others for help, etc. This also talks about somewhat wanting a bit of solitude, which is a different message than I typically get from the Sun card, but in this deck it has a slightly different meaning. So some of you may, you know, want some time alone during this upcoming week to kind of replenish yourself. Don't let this energy go into the negative where it could be a bit childish or egotistical. I actually don't feel that energy here, but you know, you have free will, so it can go either way. But I don't feel that so much from you, Aries. I feel this is more of like an independent vibe. Yeah. So. Okay. Oh, ooh, okay. Aries. It says things are about to get a little juicy. Okay. All right, Aries. So, this is talking about being open and receptive and giving in your energy this week, which I feel like Aries, you're a very generous sign in general. If Aries has it, they give it, you know. And I feel like because you've been in that vibe, then you're in a place now where it's time to receive. And I really love this. I really love this. What's also interesting here is that there's something that was cracked open. Sometimes I just choked on my words. Sometimes the heart breaks so that the heart can open. It's the term that came to mind. And I feel like that's probably past energy for a lot of you. Wow, okay. Yep. Okay, so that just justified exactly what I was just feeling. Here's the Emperor in this deck. These cards are so cool. Um, that's your energy. You're in the upright. So feeling wiser, stronger. I feel like this week you will be in your element. This looks really nice, and you might be surprising yourself, you know, in a good way. Okay, so, and I also feel like, you know, that reciprocating energy I felt here. Knight of Pentacles, which is slow movement forward. Eight of Cups, walking away from what no longer serves you. And then the Justice card here. Getting balance. Actually, this is... yeah, Judgment. So some of you, you know, I feel like you have steady movement forwards here. There might be a time period, and I'm sorry, these are new cards for me, but also I don't want to screw this message up because it's coming through. There might be time periods where you need solitude throughout the week, but overall, I feel like it's a good positive energy that's going to be surrounding you. It's like you're feeling more confident, feeling more independent, moving forward, slow movement forwards, investing in self. And then there's like this weird blip on the radar that is going to occur or already has, where you just have like an off day, or you know, like you find yourself like letting your mind, letting your emotions go back to the past. But then I feel like as soon as that energy comes in, you're able to flip it back and be like, okay, I've made my decision. You know, I've made my decision to go towards whatever this is that's opening your heart chakra up, that's allowing you to feel energy again. I made my decision to be self-sufficient, and sticking with it. And sticking with it is going to be important. So that was an interesting vibe to get. I do want one card on what this one's about. The Nine of Wands. So, over the card that says things are about to get juicy, I feel like you're going to reap what you sow this week. So keep it on the up and up, okay? Some of you have your defenses up. You know, there's like a gossipy energy here, and it's like a side note. It's like, this is your week. You know, it's kind of all laid out here. And then there's this blip on the radar I was just talking about, where things you might get like news about, or if you've been on the defense with someone, you might get some information here, and it's like, oh, okay, that's interesting, good to know. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to get any other clarification. Okay, maybe I am. The Tower. Yeah. It would be unexpected. All right, so turn up the heat, because you have something unexpected here. Temperance. Could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Scorpio. So here's the thing. It's the same exact message that I had over here. So I feel like whatever this is that kind of comes out of nowhere, you know, you might already sense it like on an intuitive level, or have your defenses up with someone that's a bit unstable. I feel like as soon as that blip on the radar comes up during this time frame, you're going to correct yourself right away. Like right away. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you're slowly building your self-confidence and independence here. And so, whatever this is, I feel like in some way that actually builds your self-confidence even more. Why? Because you're going to stick with it. You're not going to allow this to change your path. You're not going to allow it to let you deviate or change your mind or impact your heart chakra. Yes. So I actually like that. Okay. Sorry about my lighting. I'm in front of a window, so I can't decide if it's going to be sunny or cloudy today. I don't know. So that was Aries. Like I said, I see Scorpio energy here, Leo energy, Sagittarius. Could be another Aries, Libra type of vibes. Those are the primary Zodiac signs I see here. But it's a general reading. You could be dealing with any Zodiac sign. I'm sure those could be placements in your chart, you know? So, Aries. Taurus. Sorry, I don't usually shuffle them this much, but they're new, so I need to like kind of loosen them up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes when you get new cards, they're too like firm. I need to grab a drink. Hold on. Okay. You're welcome. All right, Taurus. Thank you. I'm actually gonna get my hair colored in a week. I didn't get it colored. The color is fading out of my hair into my natural color, which I'm not like a huge fan of. It's like a medium brown. I like my hair dark. So I'm going to go really dark next week. I think it's next week. Okay. Taurus. But thank you. Yeah, I prefer a dark too. I don't know why, I just do. I like my hair darker. I've had it all different colors. I mean, I think I've been every color at some point. Red, blonde, brown, black, you name it. I like to experiment. Taurus. Taurus. Taurus, overall energy is Neptune. This is all about your dreams, okay? This is about the subconscious mind and how that affects our dreams and also our reality. This is about meditation. This is a spiritual energy. Talks about imagination and empathy. You know, on a negative side, it can represent, you know, people wearing masks or not being authentic, or you not being authentic, or some confusion or like escapist fantasy type of energy. It's a Pisces vibe. Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces or have that in your birth chart somewhere. For others of you, it's just the energy that will be surrounding you. Talks about the veil. You know, seeing beyond the veil, seeing beyond what is clear and evident, or what you think is clear and evident. You know, sometimes it's not always what you think it is. I have a song in my head now. 'Cause you're not who you think you are. There's no grain in these brown eyes, but they can be grain if they really want. I don't know who sings that. It's such a good song. Oh, he's so popular too. He's one of my son's favorites. He's gonna kill me for not knowing. If it comes to me, I'll let you know what the song title is. But that was the lyric that came to mind. You're not who you think you are. That's a powerful statement, right? Don't be misled. Wow, don't be misled. It was, you're not who you think you are. There's no grain on these brown eyes, but they can be grain if they really want. True said. Ugh. I think you fucked me up. That's the best I can do, Shaylee. Sorry. Somebody asked me to sing it again. Let me know. Did that make any more sense? Do you know what song I'm talking about? I know. He's kind of an independent artist. He's not like... it's gonna kill me. Anyways. It's all about the veils we wear. The masks we wear, the role we play this week. It's going to be highlighted, and it's going to be really important that you don't get misled. Okay? Or, that you don't lose your way, that you don't get overly confused, that you don't allow this Neptune energy to cloud your mind. Yeah. It's a really interesting vibe here. Then the Nine of Wands. And the Chariot. Okay. So the Nine of Wands always represents like a surrender type of energy to me. But in this deck, what she's doing is being cut down or cutting someone down. Someone may try to cut you down or feel like life has cut you down. Like, cut you down to size is the term that comes to mind. But I feel like that's just an illusion. That's just an illusion. That's what someone wants you to believe. That's what someone wants you to see. But it's not the reality. The reality is nobody can cut you down. Except you. If you allow that. The Chariot here... moving forward, moving out of that energy fast, quickly. So like, I don't feel like you're going to let this affect you too long. Eden. Thank you, Lisa. The artist name is Eden. And yes, the song is Crash. Love that song. That's the song that came to mind. Look it up, Taurus. The song lyric was, you're not who you think you are. So if there has been a little confusion here, if there has been a veil, if somebody's been wearing a mask, or maybe you just not have been able to see a situation clearly, that energy is going to shift out this week. And I feel like you're going to move forward here in a pretty big way. The Five of Cups. Yeah, that's that perceived loss, regret. It's a confusing energy. Some of you are very emotional. Very emotional. Some of you are keeping that in, not really speaking on it, trying to distract your mind, trying to put your energy elsewhere. But there's either a fear of loss here, an illusion of that, something to do with that. World card. Two of Cups. So, yeah. The Two of Cups actually came out in the reverse. So, I feel like, there's a movement forward energy and there's a false person here. There's either a false perception of self or a false person, false friend, false soulmate, something to do with that. And you're going to get clarity on that this week. You're going to see it for what it is this week. So this confusing energy that you'll probably feel at the beginning, of this time frame. That's going to move forward. Then there's a wrapping up here, a completion of that, being able to see clearly from a more objective point of view. Once you're able to detach yourself from the emotional portion of it. Some of you fear that you've lost a connection. Whether that's in business or love or whatever. But you're going to gain some sort of new perspective on that allows you to move forward. And go listen to that song, because I think that has something to do with that song. It's going to be really important not to come out of and come out. Cannot talk today. It's going to be really important to us not to approach the situation from a fear-based mentality. If you go into something, regardless of what it is, with the lingering fear that you will fail, or that you've got it in your head that like maybe the worst always happens, or that's what happened in the past and so that's going to happen again, you self-sabotage when you do that. So it'll be important to make sure that you're not in that fear-based thinking. I see that some of you are, or only seeing like the negative, not the positive. I think it's going to be hard to pull yourself out of that. But I think that as the energy picks up during this week, you'll push out of it pretty, I want to say smoother. I don't know. In a smoother energy, and be able to see it for what it is. See, like, this person is on top of now the world with an objective point of view over what is perceived some sort of loss here. All right, so could be dealing with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. I'm almost all water out, or that's somewhere in your chart. Small possibility of fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. And I'm going to take a break because I see I have a troll in here, so hold on. Oh. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I didn't mean to stop reading, but I have a troll in the chat that just wants to be argumentative for the sake of argumentative. If you don't believe in it, don't watch a tarot channel. Duh. It's really that easy. I know. It's crazy, right? Because generally, if I don't like something or I don't believe in it, I don't watch it. It's that freaking easy. It's that freaking easy. And let me tell you, I've been in a mood this weekend. So this ain't the day and I ain't the bee. You know what I'm saying? Not right now. And yeah. That was Taurus. And I think that this person that keeps creating like fake accounts, I think I know them like in my real life. And like, seek help, dude, please. God, get a life. Whatever. But when I'm done, and I'm not going to interrupt the readings to talk to this person, but when I'm done, I do want to talk about tarot readers, because I think that Cotton Patch, that was the username of the troll in here right now, had a very interesting question. How does one become qualified to be a reader of cards? The same way one becomes qualified to be a spiritual person walking this earth. That's the only qualification. Are you human? Can you buy a deck of cards? You're a reader. Because we're all born with intuition, and we're all born with guiding lights. Now, some people don't believe in it. They choose not to exercise it. That's fine. You don't have to. That's why you have free will. Some people choose to put their energy in it, and that's fine too. Yeah. I think it's a Scorpio here that keeps trolling my chats. But I don't claim to be, and I want to put this out here, and if you go read my about section, I'm very honest there. I do not claim to be anything special. I'm not. I am a talented card reader, and I'm in touch with my intuition, but everybody walking the earth has intuition, and anybody could learn to play cards. There's nothing special about me, and I don't claim to be. Okay, so if that's your comeback, then get a better one, because I'm a normal person. I have moods, I have good traits, I have bad traits. You know, I can sink into the negative, I can raise myself up to the positive. I'm a very intelligent person, and I've studied a lot about spirituality because I'm interested in it, but that doesn't make me an expert, and I don't claim to be. I'm on YouTube. I'm a YouTuber. That's what I am. That's my rant. Now I'm done. So, that's my qualifications, Cotton Patch. I had to reshuffle. So I let it go. I let it go there for a moment. I'm tired of seeing this person pop up every time I go live. It's annoying. All right. Gemini. Virgo energy for you, Gemini. So this is the card of the Alchemist. And it is all about our daily rituals, paying attention to our daily rituals, our gaining insight, our health, paying attention to our health, being discerning this week. It can be somewhat a nervous, like anxious vibe, so watch that. It can also be a somewhat self-critical vibe, not meeting your own standards or feeling like you're not, and getting yourself in a tizzy over that may be an issue this upcoming week. I think with this type of energy out, it is, I would say, a good time to maybe get some solitary time alone, time with self. If you're able to do that during this week. And it's also about refining the way you approach or communicate things, which, Gemini, I feel like that's an ongoing message for the sign of Gemini, and refining the way in which you communicate. And that's like one of your superpowers, but it's also one of your, kryptonite, right? So then it says you have more options than you realize. Time for a love fest. Okay. All right, Gemini. That could be in love or career. You might have more options than you think. But you're not exercising them, I don't feel, because this Virgo energy here for you, Gemini, is someone who likes their ritual. whatever that is, whether that's a continued pattern within a relationship, a continued pattern in your life, a continued pattern in career. I feel like you have a lot more options available to you than you think you do, but at the same time, in your mind, I feel this week, you won't see them. Or to you, it may be like, yeah, those are options, but I don't want to do that, you know, because I like to do this. Or feeling like you don't have options when you do. And in reality, it's just that you don't want to change the course of action, or you don't want to see that. You don't want to explore that. Does that make sense? We'll see. Some of you could just simply be dealing with a Virgo. 5 of Cups. Some of you are on the cusp of Taurus and Gemini. This is an illusion. That's what I was just saying. The 5 of Cups in this deck is having somewhat of a puzzled mind. You know, feeling down, but not even know why you feel down. Or feeling a loss, but it's not a loss because you have other options, but you don't see them, or you don't want to see them, or something to deal with that. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah. Working on that. And also the 8 of Pentacles goes kind of with the Virgo energy in that it's someone who's forcing themselves to be present in the present moment, is working on their craft, working on their money, working on their career. I feel like that's what you either need to do or will be doing during this time frame. Because I feel like you don't really want to address this 5 of Cups energy here. It's an ignoring of it. I feel a bit agitated right now. And I am a Gemini rising, so this makes sense. Judgment. Some of you are fearing to make a decision here. You're afraid of loss or losing something that you're very comfortable with, or a habit, or something to do with that. Some of you are perceiving that you're being judged, but I don't feel that's the truth. King of Pentacles. So I feel like some of you think that you've run out of options here, or, you know, that you must do things this way because you've always done them this way, or you must be with this person because that's your person, or you must have this career because that's what you're comfortable in. Something to do with that. Like, there's a lot of different ways this can resonate. But there is more available to you that I think will grow you in a bigger, more stable way when you're open to it. And you may see that flippant energy here. So I see kind of like an emotional vibe to start the week, and then by the end of the week you're kind of all business or back to being stable, you know, building and creating and working on it. You know what I'm saying? Some of you have someone here that you need to distance yourself from, and there's a new energy coming through, an earth energy. Like, I'm just going to straight up say this. Some of you have a toxic person here, or someone that always makes you feel like you're at a loss, and you keep hanging on to this, not realizing you have another option that can come through when you clear this one out, and this person's much more stable than this one. It's an earth element here. Has more to offer. Okay, it could be a Virgo. Could be Capricorn, Taurus. Or that just could be the energy this person embodies. It might be in their moon, their rising, whatever. Yeah. So a few different ways I can read that. Got water here as well. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra. energy out. That was Gemini. So, Cancer. Cancer. Trying to smile, Carmen. I gotta take a drink here. Did my troll come back? I'm sure they'll be back. All right. No. Maybe they're gonna go log into their other fake channel. Cancer. Cancer, you have the moon here. This is about feelings, deep emotions, your gut instincts, comfort, digestion. Some, watch your digestion. I can't talk. Your digestion. Watch your digestion this week. Your diet, health, home, family, conditioning. That's what this card is about here. It talks about emotions too. And this is to me like a Pisces vibe. Some of you might be dealing with a Pisces or have that in your sun, moon, or rising. Others of you, get back in there. This is just the energy here. It's talking about, going with your basic instinct. And this also talks about your habits. So some of you might be on the cusp of Gemini and Cancer. And if you are, then check out Gemini's reading as well. This talks about our moods and our mother. Very interesting. Some of you are mothers. Some of you might be dealing with your mother this upcoming week, or, have someone around you that has like a mothering nature of some sort. And then this says change is always good. And I've been seeing this card come up in your reading, Cancer, about change. So I feel like might be seeing some changes in the way you feel or the way you approach emotions this upcoming week. And actually, the other energy that I'm feeling here is that some of you have been placing too much emphasis or time on wanting to change someone else, or someone, or wishing someone was different, or something to do with that, or somebody doing that to you. And there's a message here about focus on yourself, because the only true change you're ever going to see in life is internally. Cannot change other people. Okay. So the Tower. That's what I was saying. Change is a coming here. So this is a bit of an unstable energy here. Three of Pentacles followed by the Three of Pentacles, which is good. I feel like that's a quick recovery here. Wow, very similar readings all the way through. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, now Cancer. Very similar vibes here. And I felt that before I even started these readings, that there was going to be more of a collective issue going on this week. So you might have some instability going on within the home, or just like chaos, like there might be chaos going on within your home. Like lots of maybe people in and out, and or just like it's, maybe you've let like the house get dirty and you just like keep not getting back to it, or you start something and then you move to something else and then you move to something else. You know what I'm saying? Like I've done that personally. Where like you start like sweeping, and then while you're sweeping you realize that the lamp needs dusted, and so you stop sweeping and you go to dust the lamp, and then while you're doing that you notice that there's dishes in the sink, and so you stop doing that and then you go over to the sink, and then, you know what I'm saying? So like you end up placing your energy on all these different places, but you don't actually get anything accomplished. That type of vibe. Okay, so for some of you, it's more of that energy of just trying to place yourself in too many spaces. It may not even be within the home. It could be within career, within love, etc. And you're just kind of a bit scattered there, or need to get more organized there. I feel like you will, absolutely. Three of Pentacles here. This is cooperative energy. This is pulling it together. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you're going to pull it together regardless. Some of you, this is instability within the emotional front and kind of placing yourself in the present moment. For some of you, being in nature, or if you have a garden, or, you know, something that you can place your energy into, will be helpful to you this week to ground that emotional energy. Okay. And I feel like it will balance out here. Yeah, so I want to know more about the Tower, what that's about. Nine of Swords. This is mental energy. Okay. So some of you, this is not your physical surroundings. This is all up here. It's like a 5-lane highway, 6-lane highway. You know what I'm saying? This week, you might have a lot of like places you need to be, or like a lot of things running through your mind, and it's got you feeling maybe a bit moody because you like to find comfort in your comfort zone, you know, and I feel like this is kind of distracting from being able to be present in the present moment. Nine of Swords here. It's like a bit of instability going on up there. A lot of, you know, you might be stressing or anxious here. And then one more card for the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, Nine of Cups. So some of you, it's on an emotional level. Some of you, it's on a mental level here. Just feeling a bit overwhelmed. So I guess be careful not to allow yourself to get overwhelmed. You might have a lot of changes happening around you, and it might be easy to do that or get moody this upcoming week. But I feel like the guidance here is to be the Three of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. No, understand that this too will pass, that you know, that things will continue to flow forward. Focus on that of which you have control over. I feel like if you have an idea that you want to launch, right now is a really good time to plant those seeds, because I feel, you know, with the Wheel of Fortune here, that if you plant those seeds now, it will come to fruition, okay, in 3 to 9 months, I feel, whether that's career or, you know, like a small change that you want to see in self, or like within the home. Like if you start planting those seeds now, then it kind of puts the wheels in motion, okay? Might be a little hard to do this week. Got a lot going on here. So yeah, could be dealing with Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, or Earth, or Air, or have those placements in your chart. Okay. Hold on. Uh-oh. Oh no. I deleted the wrong message. Hold on. Sorry. Unhide. B Babs, I accidentally hid you as opposed to someone else. Sorry. Okay. Mzium, whatever your profile weirdo name is. Stop watching tarot if you don't like tarot. That easy. That is all. I kicked you off my channel though. Like, it's so nonsensical to come onto a tarot video and be like, don't do tarot. It's scary. Well, get off a tarot channel, you wacko. Silly. All right, let's move forward. I know, and you know what? The thing is I'm giving into it today, and I feel like I need to stop doing that. It's hard though. It's so much harder than you think not to give it attention, the trolls. But yes. But anyways, Leo. Okay, Leo. That was easy. Overall energy here is destiny. I also think of the sign of Aquarius when I see this because of the star energy here. Some of you might have that in your chart or be dealing with one. For others of you, this is all about the soul school and our learning curve and our soul's path, our soul groups, the people we surround ourselves with as well. It's about gaining experience and maturing from that. So, you know, that comes in all different forms, right? It's all about developing self and some of you needing to heal. Heal yourself, heal your health, something to deal with that. Your treasure is at hand. Okay, Leo. Leo, you had a really complex mid-October reading, and during the Leo reading, my table collapsed. Like, completely collapsed. Scared the crap out of me. Yeah. And I chose not to edit it out the video because I don't edit my videos. I do, like, when you watch a video of mine, I turn the camera on and I go through it one time. That's it. Period. No matter what. No matter how discombobulated it may sound, no matter what happens behind me, no matter my dog's barking, like, I feel like the reading has to be genuine. So I don't re-record readings and I try not to edit them at all. Like, every once in a while I have to pause maybe to sneeze or something, but other than that, I don't edit them. So I chose not to take it out, but it scared like everybody that watched it because I think I was leaning on the table like this, and all of a sudden the table just totally collapsed. Everything on the table went everywhere. It was a really intense reading. Like, the energy in the room was very intense. So check it out if you haven't checked it out yet. But yeah, why do I say all of that? So sometimes, you know, sometimes when you think that something's destroyed, what you were going for, you know, maybe when you have a table collapsing moment like that, where you think like, oh my God, things are falling apart. That's not how it was supposed to go. If you just roll with it, if you just go with it, as opposed to getting upset that it didn't pan out the way you planned, or getting yourself all discombobulated over it, you know, then I think that that your energy will be a lot easier to manage if you just keep going with it. Like, just don't, don't let it throw you off. Don't get stuck there. Don't get all hard on yourself inside, Leo. Don't do what a Leo does, which I feel Leos beat themselves up internally a lot. A lot. It's that fixed energy in you. Don't allow that. That collapse was part of your path. It was not a deterrent from your path. And so I felt that energy in the mid-October reading, and I feel that energy here again. So yeah. Let's get some more cards out. This is also talking about stop looking outside of yourself for the answers. Stop looking outside of yourself for help or healing. Like, some of you think that you are not the one in the driver's seat of your own life, and you absolutely are in charge of your own destiny. So, stop looking outside of yourself to heal yourself. You have what you need. So this is the Two of Pentacles here. And I actually thought it was the Two of Cups the way it came out. But this is being of two minds about things, And it's also about the mirror effect. So I feel like this week, you might be coming up against yourself. That's what I feel. I feel like some of you have been like in a self-deprecating or self-defeating type of energy. And it's like time to take a good hard look at yourself. I have a Michael Jackson song in my head right now. The Man in the Mirror. you know that song? Of course you do. Oh my gosh. I'm talking to the man in the mirror. If you want to make this world a better place, better look at yourself and make a change. Go look that song up. If you want to make the world a better place, you better look at yourself and make that change. That was the song lyric that came up in my mind. And look how they look at each other. Self-reliance is going to be key this week. Taking a mature approach as well. Allowing yourself the grace of knowing that it doesn't have to be perfect for it to be right, Yeah, the Hanged Man here, gaining a new perspective. Gaining a new perspective here. The Empress, feeling more self-confident, The Five of Pentacles here. That's that lost mentality I was talking about. There it is. And then the Page of Wands, having new energy and a renewed new beginning. So that's what I feel, Leo. I feel like you're going to be gaining a new perspective. I'm terrible at saying, so I don't really know how this saying goes, but it keeps trying to come out, and it's something to spite. Don't snip your nose to spite your face. That can't be it. Something like that. Like, don't trip yourself up this week, I guess, is the message that I'm trying to get out. Because I feel like if you've been like going back and forth, not certain, kind of feeling like at a loss or left out at times, you're gaining a new perspective on that. The Empress energy here is the ability to create, the ability to be softer too in your energy and your approach, I feel will be important this week. And then, tap into that inner child part of Leo. Like, I think that Leos are at their best when they are coming from their heart chakra and they're being genuine, and they're when a Leo's genuinely happy, they're actually very fun, you know, and funny and sweet. So yeah, some of you haven't maybe been in touch with that, or haven't been able to see that in yourself in a while. Something to do with that. But go check out that Michael Jackson song, because I love that song. You can't sing Michael Jackson without wanting to go, hoo, hoo. You know what I'm saying? Na 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 na. That was a good one too. That was one of those good ones. All right, so could be dealing with Aquarius this week. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo here. Aries, Leo, Sag are the signs I have out. Could have those in your chart. Could be someone you're dealing with. Going to be different for all of you. And we're going to go to Virgo now. I'm going to take a break here. See what's going on. Cut off your nose to spite your face. Thank you. Thank you. That was the saying I couldn't get out. All right. Sorry. I'm sorry. I know I'm live right now, right? And I'm not talking. Okay. I'm back. My brain is like all over the place today. I told you, I've been in a weird energy. Weird energy. So let's go into Virgo now. That's the other thing you're going to notice. The longer you watch me, you'll notice that I constantly get sayings wrong. It's been my whole life, okay? I screw up. I can't ever remember the sayings. I don't know. It's embarrassing, you know, like you think I would have gotten better at it by now, but no. And what's really crazy is I always am certain that I have the saying right when I say it. And I never know until like somebody comments or points it out and they're like, you know, that's not the saying, right? And they'll be like, what? Oh. Jeez. Oh, it's an Aquarius thing. All right, so Virgo. Virgo, you have Pluto here. This is about transformation and change as well. Some of you might be on the cusp of Leo and Virgo. I love how like each zodiac sign, it seems like their message somehow flows into the next zodiac sign today. It's weird. This is all about your basic instincts, your motivation, your personal power, evolution, cycles, rebirth. It's a very erratic energy, okay? And so might have like that type of vibe around you. Is a very intense energy as well. It's usually showing up when we have things that we need to clear out in order to make room for new, or so it's like a necessary shakeup so that things change, okay, or you change. Then the other card you got was I go where you go. Okay. So you might have a very loyal person here that feels like, you know, come what may, if there's a lot of erratic energy around, I got you, you got me. That's really nice to have that, okay? It doesn't have to be intimate, it could be platonic as well. Interesting. Virgo. Pluto also reminds me of the sign of Scorpio. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio or have that in your chart. So then you have here the Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Swords. Okay, yeah. So that's conflict. That's feeling like you're under the knife, under the gun, something to do with that. You know, you might have some, like I said, chaotic energy this upcoming month or this upcoming week. And it's in a sense, it's allowing you to regain your personal power, but I don't feel like it's going to feel like that initially. It's going to be like, you know, some of you may feel like karma or luck has not been on your side, okay? Some of you have a partner in crime here, quite literally. It's like, if I go down, you go down. You know what I'm saying? Or they're willing to stick with you even when things get erratic. Karma this week. That could be good or bad. You know, some of you have some conflict coming in that's necessary in order to move old energy out. And that could be internal conflict. It doesn't have to mean like getting in an argument with someone, but it could be. So let me see what this is about. What is the Wheel of Fortune? Well, here's your card, the Hermit. Ooh, and then the Ten of Pentacles. And the Hierophant. Okay, so Virgo, you came out in the upright. And I like that. So I feel like this is over the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like when it comes to your stability, when it comes to career for some of you, or money, or, you know, I think things look good. They're karmically in your favor during this energy. So yeah, there might be a lot of erratic energy going on, but I feel like in this area, whether it's home, family, or career, things are turning in a good way, okay? But then over here, okay, there is, it's like a fear mentality that things won't work out. You know, with the Hierophant here, it's telling you that you already know that you need to keep it on the up and up because karma's at play here. And with Pluto and karma both out for you, Virgo, I feel like watch it, because if you if you go into the negative energy, there'll be an immediate hand slap from karma this upcoming week. And I feel like you know that. So like I kind of feel like you're like walking around this week like trying to do the right thing, trying to behave the right way, like don't get me karma. I'm good. I'm a good Virgo. I'm doing good. You know, like that. You know? Because it's like you don't want to be pointed out, or you don't want like you don't want that negative energy around you. So you're trying to keep it status quo. You're trying to do the right thing, things like that, so that things don't fall apart in maybe an area of your life that you really, really worked hard on. Okay. The good news is like I said, I feel someone that you have here is, you know, got your back during this time frame, which is nice. You know, and or it's like this mentality of like, if I go down, you going down with me, you know? That's how I feel. Yeah. Yep. You're going to be very mindful about the way you communicate this week as well. I think you're going to try your best to avoid conflict. For some of you, It won't be avoidable. You know, there's communication coming here with the Knight of Swords, but, you know, as long as you are doing what you should be doing and you keep a mature response, it should be just fine. So it could be dealing with, like I said, Scorpio, for another Virgo possibly, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or Taurus. Scorpio. Yeah. Not just Virgo. Next. Libra. I'm gonna, sorry, I don't mean to do this, but it's driving me nuts that some of these are not in the upright, as I don't like to shuffle a deck with any cards that are not in the upright. Just a personal preference. So give me 1 second so I can go through these real quick, and then we're gonna go to Libra. Okay. Now, we are still in Libra season, so happy birthday to any of my Libras. I hope it was a good birthday season for you. Hope you had a great birthday. Yeah, we have 300 in here. All right. Say hey to me if you're new. We're getting ready to go to Libra now. Whew. Getting sweaty in here. So, just give me a moment. Let me get my cards in order. It's an OCD thing. I can't help it. Bear with me, darling. Okay. Libra. Scorpio season starts ooh, I always get the dates wrong. It's either the 24th or the 26th. I don't remember what the turnover date is when it goes from Libra to Scorpio. I know it's this upcoming week though, right? I think. Is it the 23rd? Okay, yeah. So it's just a few days away. Libra. I only wanted one. I'll take note of that one. Libra, it's all about Uranus and revolution. Okay, this is talking about breakthroughs and brainstorming energy. It talks about insight and having like an awakening, whether that's like a spiritual awakening or, you know, an awakening to some new information, things like that. It's a very humanitarianist vibe. Also talks about surprises and freedom and experimentation, expecting the unexpected. This can be a very chaotic energy as well, okay? So some of you might be on the cusp of Virgo and Libra. It talks about lightning. Now, some of you could be dealing with Leo. Leo had the title of their video that I posted last week was Lightning Crashes, I think, right? That was the song that came up. And I felt that again here. For others of you, it's just like this insight that comes from nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, eureka! That type of vibe. You know, something to deal with that. And then this says there's a deeper reason for each of your questions. Seek it. Okay. So, it's, may not be what you think it is. Okay. And I have that song that's now back in my head. That was in my head for Gemini. No, Taurus. The song by Eden. Crash is the name of the song. So, interesting. Let's see what this is about. Two of Wands. So, I feel like, Libra, you know, you might be of two minds about what your next step is. And if you've been confused about that, like of which direction to go, which thing to choose, which person to choose for some of you, then I feel like you're going to get that like light bulb switch, you know, this upcoming week for sure. Because I see that here with the revolution energy. And it's like needing to see the deeper reason behind the why, right? Four of Wands. What's this? Five of Wands. Oh, okay. Lots of Wands energy. Lots of fire energy here. So it's kind of like being at an impasse, you know, ready to go forward, not really sure where, wanting to be stable, you know, but then having some sort of inner conflict here because I think that what you're not willing to look at is that things have to change. And maybe you're not willing to do that yet. So there's some sort of inner conflict here. But I see you getting clarity. It's the Two of Wands. The Hanged Man, that's that enlightenment I was talking about. I think like your energy is a little stagnant to get this time period started. Like you're a little, I guess, uncertain or unsure here. You know, trying to enjoy your current stability or being in the present moment will help this week. And then there's kind of like this conflict energy here. And what is going to arise out of that? The Emperor. Ooh-wee. Libra. Man, some of you are really going to get fired up this week. And it may like come out of nowhere. Like you might be really holding back. And then, you know, I think you're going to get to a point at the end of the week where it's going to be like lightning hits. And like whoever you're hitting with that lightning, they don't see that coming. That's unexpected, you know, like, or somebody might be doing this to you, especially if you're dealing with a fire sign, where it's like it explodes like a match. It's like lighting a match and then just, that's that Uranus energy here. So watch that. There could be some conflict here, and I feel like you're not in a space to back down, though, okay? Libra, yeah, I feel like you might ignite that flame yourself. Some of you are going to blow the whole thing up. You know, whatever this is. It's like, I've sat on this long enough. And now, you know. For others of you, it's someone external from you, especially if you're dealing with, like I said, a fire sign that you've been, you know, of two minds about or kind of holding back, or they have, and then that match is lit, you know, and someone really, really wants control over this situation. It's like a power struggle here. Yeah, the Fool. Some of you are definitely freaking dealing with an Aries. Okay, so if you're dealing with an Aries, you got Aries in your chart, you're about to be one fiery MFer this week. You know what I'm saying? Libra, if you have fire in your chart, God help you. Because this week you are not to be messed with. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sag, there's a power struggle going on here, or will be during this time period. And it doesn't have to be any of these zodiac signs. It's a general reading, you know. So whoever this is resonating with, I feel like somehow a new beginning comes out of this, and maybe that's what you don't see. It's because if you remember the overall message here is there's a reason for the season. So there's a deeper reason here that things are getting ready to boil up. And it's so that you can have some sort of new epiphany or new beginning, a different point of view. Wow. I should stop clarifying, but like what? Hold on. I just want to know. I'm gonna be nosy for you, Libra. Thanks for the $5, Darcy. Appreciate you. Can we be nosy? What is this conflict here? King of Wands. You gotta be kidding me. I have all fire out. Libra, so this is very specific. If you're dealing with a masculine fire sign or a masculine person that has anger problems, you better watch out this week. Because some of you want a right fight with this person. You know what a right fight is? No, I'm right. No, I'm right. Well, no, I'm right. Where you talk at each other and not to each other. And yet somehow there's a new beginning here. So, yeah. So if you've been holding back and you've been holding back, you are not going to hold back this week. Watch it, y'all. And let me tell you what, I'm a Libra moon. So I'll tell you right now, I feel that. I feel that. Because my tongue has been sharp these past few days, personally. So like I said, ton of fire. It's all fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. You know. Like I said, this Revolution card does remind me of Scorpio. Some of you might be on the cusp or have that in your chart as well, or deal with someone like that. But it's a general reading, so it can be any zodiac sign. They just could be behaving like a fire sign, or you could be. So, Scorpio. Scorpio, your birthday season's coming. Yeah. Okay. Happy early birthday to any of my Scorpios. I got 332 in here. Sweet. Say hey to me. Say hello to me. I don't have Scorpio in my sun, moon, or rising, but I have 4 placements of Scorpio all throughout my chart. And I can never remember where the placements are. It's 3 or 4 different placements. I think it's like, I know one is in either family or career sector. So, and like I was saying earlier, all of the pieces of my birth chart that fall in Scorpio have all slowly been lighting up, like a dim light rising. And I've been one snarky person lately. So it's like, I've had it. I've had it. And it was like no filter lately. It's bad. It's really bad. Need to get a hold of that. So I really don't like that. I don't like being negative and snarky like that. Although I definitely can be, you know. So anyways. Did you get banned? Well, no, because I can read your comments. So, Scorpio. Let's see. Let's see. The second house of assets is highlighted for you this week. So I feel like this is all about your material world, your possessions, talent, finance, like your career sector, your credit score, you know, working on things like that or needing to work on things like that this upcoming week. It talks about, you know, new opportunities as well to grow your assets or in your career. If that's something you've been working on, then I see that here as well. It's interesting that it talks about our worldly possessions, being as your birthday season's coming up, right? And when this says, Scorpio, if they once loved you, they still do. So some of you might have been wondering that, and there's your answer. Okay? Interesting. If the card says whether or not it was obvious to you, whether or not it lasted, or whether or not you were loved back, it changed everything. And in all actuality, you were loved back. So some of you needed to hear that. So we'll see what that's about. And then I'll give you my interpretation here in a minute. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Wands. So I think you have two very distinct areas of your life being highlighted here. Okay, so when it pertains to career and finances, your assets, your home, I think that you're really putting the work in. Some of you might be literally doing repairs. Others of you, it's just like that's where a lot of your energy is going, working on that, being more grounded. You know, really paying attention to that piece or part of your life. Then over here, I feel like you have your emotional or love well-being area highlighted. And there's some sort of new, something new here. New information, new beginning. We'll see. You have the Page of Wands here. So let me get a few more cards out and we'll see. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. Woo! What's the Page of Wands about? King of Swords. Holy cow. Okay. So, I feel like I always have to take a deep breath when I do your reading, Scorpio. I feel like I said, when it comes to career, when it comes to the finance or putting your talent out there, working towards what you want, I feel like in that arena, you're kind of in your zone during this time period. And I feel that, you know, that's being worked on. I feel like your heart chakra is also in the flow of what's going on. Does that make sense? Like Scorpio, in order for the sign of Scorpio to really put everything they have into something, like they have to emotionally want that goal, that career. You know, it's generally something that, you know, that they feel is tied to their spiritual self, to their emotional self. So, like, I feel like Scorpio, if you have really been putting all of yourself into a hobby, a career, like I said, finances, assets, learning something new, something to do with that, then you look like you're in great alignment and your energy looks really beautiful. And as long as you're coming from a place of genuity and your heart is open, then I feel like this part of your life is, you know, being worked on, being looked at, being balanced out, okay? Now, when it comes to the love arena, I feel like you had the King of Swords come out over the Page of Wands, which is kind of a closed off energy, not really wanting to be open to that. There's a possible new beginning here, but I feel like the energy is more detached, more cold. Either that's you or someone you're dealing with. You know, it's like taking a much more logical approach. I feel like you're giving your heart away in other areas of your life, that, like, your career and stuff. And then when it comes to things that your heart should be open for, you're like, no, you know, something to do with that. Because, again, the overall message was, if they once loved you, they still do. Now, I feel that's why your energy is closed off here, okay? To some degree or another. Or taking the more logical approach. Then you have the Lovers card out. So the Lovers card is needing to make a choice or a decision. Some of you had made the choice not to show or demonstrate any type of emotion towards a certain person, knowing good and damn well how this person felt, or that they had the key to your heart. And I say that because look at this. There's a key there. Like, you put your heart on lockdown towards someone, for sure. Or they did this to you. But underneath it, there's still love there. But you've given your heart elsewhere, I feel. I feel it's to your career, but it could be someone else. You know? Like, in one situation, it's like, and then in the other situation, it's like, you know, they can't call you fair weather, though, Scorpio. So I'll give you that, you know. Scorpios are not fickle. It's like love, hate, no in between. So something to do with that. But what's really interesting is if a Scorpio hates you, they also love you. And that's the true Scorpio, and you know it, because the only reason you would hate that person to that intensity is because you love them. Yeah, the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups. The person that you're closed off with, either you felt like is a soulmate, or they felt that way about you. Like, this person had the ability to get inside, almost. And that's why you're closed off here. Whew, that's intense, Scorpio. So could be dealing with water. Another water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aries, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, possibly. Lots of different zodiac signs. So, can I separate that one for male Scorpios? I don't usually do that, but I would say, Sim, if you're a male Scorpio, you're likely the one that's closed off to someone that actually was a soulmate. If you're a female Scorpio, I feel like you're dealing with a male that's done that to you. Also, I feel like if you're a female Scorpio, you're more in alignment with your assets and career than if you're a male Scorpio. If you're a male, you might be dealing with a female like that. That help? I'm not doing that for every sign. But Sim, I see you in here all the time, so I did you a solid. Okay? Sagittarius, how long have I been on here? Oh my god, an hour and 45 minutes. Y'all know what I'm gonna do, right? When I get off this live, I'm gonna go eat. Because it's Sunday, cheat day. Yay! I'm gonna have like cheese sticks, french fries, pizza, cinnamon rolls. Anything my big butt desires. Tacos. Yeah. I'm always so hungry on Sundays. I don't know why. It's like every Sunday I'm like starving all day, you know. In the meantime, my thighs are like, lay off, you know. Oh, wow. Just go through all the drive-thrus. That's one good way to make sure that you have diarrhea by the end of the day. Yep. Especially if you go to Taco Bell. Thank you, Sim. Okay. Sorry. Oh, man. I got food poisoning from Taco Bell once. It was awful. It was awful. Remind me to tell you about that. Like, I'm gonna go to the next sign, but I have a funny story. So if you want to chat with me when I'm done, stick around. Anyway, Sagittarius. Long story short, I don't eat Taco Bell anymore, which is a shame because their Mexican pizza is the bomb. But I can't eat there anymore because it literally almost killed me. All right, the 12th house of surrender for Sagittarius. Sagittarius. This card is about giving up the tug of war that you may be feeling, and your reading was about this like pulling energy. About the overall reading was about what your ego wants versus what spirit wants, and kind of being at odds with that to some degree or another. And so I feel that energy here again with the 12th house out. Talks about your subconscious mind, compassion, dreams, karma, forgiveness, you know, the unseen, spirituality. And also it can talk about guilt and prayer and needing to, thank you, Shaylee. Thank you for the happy 1-year anniversary super chat. Love you too. Yeah, it talks about release as well. I don't know if you practice prayer or meditation, but I feel like that puts you in a space of surrender when you're able to do that, and it's really a beautiful feeling. And I think that people think like meditation is overrated, but I'm telling you, it's not. Like honestly, I have had moments where I've had so much tension, I could feel like it coming out of my head. And where I've been able to actually stop and breathe and meditate for maybe even just a few moments and feel the release. And I feel like that's what you need to do, or that would be a good practice for you to pick up if you don't currently do that. Okay. Then you got out the card that says hubba hubba. Okay. I don't know what that means. We'll see. I feel like, you know, if you've been in like this dreamy, deep, like soulful type of vibe, it's going to kick into a higher gear this upcoming week, you know, and you might have someone here that's very physically attracted to you, or that you're very physically attracted to for some of you, you know, or looking more appealing this week, which is nice. 3 of Cups, yeah. So I just said, this is a reconciliation type of energy here. If you've been on the outs, if you've been going back and forth with someone, I feel like you're going to surrender to that and just be like, all right, let's either I just, you know, don't want to fight for it anymore, and or like a reconciliation type of vibe here. And that balances out the scales. It's being able to see things from others' point of views. Some of you might have, you know, an ability to network this upcoming week or spend time with family or friends. And I feel like that will help this tug of, you know, war type of energy to dissipate a little bit by simply just surrounding yourself by people that appreciate you, appreciate who you are, and things balancing out, feeling more balanced within yourself, feeling, yeah, justified. What's that about? The Eight of Wands and the Magician. Ooh, these are incredibly detailed cards, by the way. I'm loving these cards. So yeah, this is definite communication coming this week, possible reconciliation for some of you. You know, for others of you, it's like your ability to manifest is super heightened during this time period, like for real. You know, it's like having all of what you need to be able to do what you need to do, to be able to say what you need to say. And because of that, it brings about really great vibes, you know, of coming together and balancing things out. And you've needed that, Libra, because I feel that what was missing was the ability to know when to stop pushing or stop, like releasing, the inability to release. And I feel you are releasing, or someone else is. If they've been unwilling to back down, I feel like they're finally going to release. And it brings about some sort of communication or reconciliation here. Trying to keep it balanced, mutual, manifesting. Also, you know, get your hot pants on, Libra. Some of you might be dealing with Libra. Get your hot pants on this week, Sagittarius, because you're looking good, you know. Hubba, hubba. So, you know, some of you might be getting dressed up, going out, looking good, feeling good. Sagittariuses are sexy. Like, I feel like every Sagittarius female I know loves animal print. I don't know why this is. Like leopard print or snake print or like something. Like my sister's a Sag and she just is always attracted to animal print. And I think it's like that feisty Saggy energy. You know what I'm saying? That feisty Saggy energy. So, yeah. Let that feisty side come out. Okay. Could be dealing with, like I said, a Libra. Water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Fire. Aries, Leo, Sag. All right. Capricorn. He said, no, I hate animal print. But love animals. I'm not saying if you're a Sagittarius, you have to love animal print. I'm just saying a lot of the Sagittariuses I know seem to be drawn to either animals or animal print. You know, I don't know why that is. I feel like Sagittariuses have a very unique sense of style as well. All right, Capricorn. Thank you. Capricorn, Capricorn. Look, my makeup's running and nobody even said anything. Sorry. All right, Capricorn. Wow, you got two cards, the Numinous and Wisdom. That's a very interesting mix there. The Numinous is all about the unknown, ESP, psychic abilities, being in connection with our intuition, spirit, spirituality, our shadow work. Some of you might be getting some visitors in your dreams or otherwise, okay, especially if you're also like an empath or, you know, or tapped into that part of you, okay? It's all about, yeah, the unseen. I really love the numinous energy. But that can be a somewhat confusing energy, being as Capricorn, you're a more grounded sign, so you prefer to be more in a grounding energy. So what's interesting is also Saturn came out, which is about wisdom, which is a grounding energy. It's about discipline, structure, time, responsibility, our day-to-day, you know, maturity, self-control. So I feel like you will stay in control of self during this time period for sure. But I feel almost like it's like walking in the dark. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit like not really knowing. I feel like some of you are really confused by some of the energy going on right now, and or diving deeper into like the unknown or something to do with that. Shadow work also talks about facing our true self. I don't feel like that came out right. You know, facing the side of ourself that needs to be worked on. So I do feel that energy here as well. So this says there isn't a soul on the planet who doesn't crave your approval. Interesting. So I feel like despite what comes up this week, Capricorn, you are going to keep your wits about you, okay? You're going to try and... It's funny because it's like a very realistic type of vibe, but I feel like Capricorn is the realist of the zodiac. Like they're very realistic in their approach. Sometimes Capricorn, you're so realistic in your approach, it can come off a bit pessimistic almost. But in a Capricorn's mind, they feel like that's just the reality of it, you know? But maybe what you don't know is by having that type of attitude is somewhat connected to the external world around you. And if that's how you feel it is, you know, if you're walking around like that's just how it is, you know, that's how it is, then that's how it's going to be. Pretty much, you know, like be careful what you say, what you think, because that is, if that's what you believe it is, then that's what it is. That's how powerful your mind is. People don't realize how powerful their thoughts are, you know, until you're awake and you can see the connection. So then you have the Ace of Cups here. It's kind of a dark depiction of the Ace of Cups, but it is this very emotional type of energy, and it fell over the numinous card, which is some of you might be feeling a lot of emotions and you're not even really certain either how to deal with them or where they're coming from, or feeling a bit overwhelmed at times emotionally, you know. And then there's this other part of you where you feel like you know what the course of action is to do. Like, you know, like you, this is hard to explain. Some of you are seeking for answers that you already know, but you think it's outside of you, and it's not outside of you. You already know, but you don't think that you know. It's time to take action and become more structured and more mindful of your time, especially during this week, because you might have a lot of responsibilities here. Okay, and I feel like you're kind of getting pulled into the emotional, spiritual side, but it's a bit overwhelming, and so I feel like you almost push away from that energy and go into where you're more comfortable, trying to put yourself into your day to day and things like that. It's a very black and white energy, so I feel like some days you might be one, some days you might be the other. And then there's something to do here about someone wanting your approval. Okay, and that definitely came up in the mid-month reading. The word inadequate kept coming up. Whether you feel that way or someone felt that way about you. Yeah, temperance out now. Filling your own damn cup up. I feel like Capricorn, you're going to this very independent energy. And it's like, I have to do for myself because I don't have anybody else to do this for me. It's a very take control type of energy. Yet inside, you feel emotional, almost to the point where some of you might be experiencing depression or crying at night, or someone is doing this that you're aware of. Something to deal with that. It's a really, really deep energy there. And then when the sun pops out, I feel like Capricorn, then you're back on your game. You're back on your grind as if that didn't even happen. Takes a lot of strength to do that, right? What's the King of Wands? Yeah. Also, you don't need someone else's approval to be whoever you want to be. And some of you need to hear that. Page of Pentacles, yeah. So I feel like there is... be careful not to go into an argumentative energy. Keep it balanced. I think that some of you are planting some new seeds, that if you put your time and energy and effort into, I think are going to end up growing over time. And that's why you have to be very disciplined during this time period, because I feel like this time period is important for the initial energy to be put in. Something to do with that. Like some of you are getting like not just ambitious, overly ambitious, to a point that you're putting yourself into an emotional type of energy. So keep it balanced, I guess, this week. That'll be important. Could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sagittarius here, Aries, Leo, or Earth, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Is there an orb in here? My lighting is all wacky right now. Aquarius, you're next. Behind me. Why are some of you saying no? Sorry, I'm reading the chats. Ceiling. Oh, that's my fan. To my right. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Now you're making me paranoid. What? Holy crap. There was a huge hawk. Like, I got, when I'm done here, I'm gonna... It's the mirror's reflection. I'll have to rewatch the video because I can't see what you're seeing, obviously. Anyways, like top left. I don't see it. I did see a huge hawk though. Okay, anyways, Aquarius. Aquarius. 300 in here. I got some weird stuff happening around me I'm not even aware of. That doesn't sound like an Aquarius at all, does it? So, Aquarius. Okay, that was easy. Aquarius, this talks about, you got the sign of Aquarius in your own reading. Yeah, I love this card that represents Aquarius in this reading. It says pow. That's because Aquarius pack a punch. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the 6th house, which is your craft. Okay. So this energy is about, you know, being rational, appreciating your own uniqueness. It's a very humanitarianist energy. It is your comfort zone as an Aquarius. Is very eccentric. It's very diverse. It's out of the box thinking. And then in relation to your craft. So for a lot of you in relation to work, your health, your well-being, career, your daily rituals, things like that, you know, you'll be paying attention to during this time frame. I feel like, you know, any energy can go into the negative. So you have free will. Be careful that you don't get like too rebel-like, too edgy, or too detached, because Aquarius can be quite a rebellious sign, to the surprise of many people. And not in like a traditional rebellious type of vibe. And this came up in your mid-October reading too. It's more like an Aquarius loves to do the opposite of what people tell them to do, whatever that is. Like, it's just like they're, for some reason, you know, and I'm an Aquarius too, we take like there's something inside of us that's like, oh, you don't think I can do that? Watch me, you know? Like there's this natural part of every Aquarius is like, I'm not going to do that simply because that's how everyone else is doing it, and I'm not everyone else, you know? Or, you know, like if you have someone and you feel like they always, like maybe you're dealing with a person that you feel like they always get what they want out of people, then you'll purposely go out of your way to make sure that you put that person in their place because nobody's ever done that to them before. You know? Like to prove a point. Or, you know, you like to shock people, like a shock value, right? So I feel like watch that energy, all right? As hilarious and as funny as I think it is about the sign of Aquarius, a lot of people don't like that about the sign of Aquarius. And so you may rub some people the wrong way. You know, if you're too rebel, too pushing against the grain, too eccentric, you know. But I feel like you have a good balance here this upcoming week. You're in the upright, okay? So that's good. When an Aquarius is at their best, then they are actually very kind-hearted, very caring. And Aquarius is the type of friend that, like, no matter what you do, they'll be like, that's okay, boo, I still love you. Like, you could go to your Aquarius friend and be like, oh my god, I did something terrible, and the Aquarius will be like, it's fine, I understand, I'm not judging you, like, let me help you. So, like, when you're vibrating high, Aquarius, that's the type, you know, of loyalty you'll bring to someone that you feel deserves it, right? So, 5 of Wands here, that's what I was talking about. Be careful not to let your rebellious side get a hold of you. You might light a match. You might unknowingly light a fire this week, you know, but actually, I don't feel like you're unknowingly doing it. I feel like it's almost like You want to go? Let's go, but watch that energy, because what's funny is this guy's lighting a match, right? And then there's an explosion behind her in the picture. So, careful with that energy. Careful. We'll see where that's going. Let me see what this other one's about. Yeah. So, watch that, because something that may start out as like a small issue may very well blow up into something much, much bigger. And although I feel you're up for the challenge, the the overall guidance is to stay more grounded. Pay attention more to your like daily rituals, getting organized, learning, teaching, 9 of Cups here. A lot of emotional fulfillment to be had, okay, in whatever your craft is. Which that's usually where an Aquarius's emotional fulfillment is they take a lot of pride, they put a lot of heart into anything that they feel is part of their craft. So I feel like when it comes to like either money, work, career, things like that, anything that would fall into your craft, that looks good. Emotional fulfillment, movement forward there. You got something else going on over here, and I'm definitely going to clarify what this is about. Oh, the devil. Holy crap. 3 of Wands, Knight of Wands. Okay, so, watch for any conflict here. You have the devil here, so, you might have a very, very toxic person in your environment this week. It's all fire energy. So conflict surrounds this person, and they are in a very fired up energy as well. So I feel like they may be ready to move forward and come forward, or it's a really interesting vibe here. Like, I feel like this person is not willing to come off of it, or to, like, they're just determined to push their way through or push their ideas on you or something like that. And this is the part that you need to be very, very, very self-aware about, because with the energy here, and personally how I've been feeling as an Aquarius lately, it's going to be easy for you to let that person blow you might blow this situation up with your response. Now, you're in charge of your response, Aquarius, so you do what you want. But I'm telling you, you're in somewhat of a confrontational energy anyways. So, someone comes at you fired up, you're going to blow them up. You're going to blow them out the freaking water. So, I don't know how else to say that. Like whatever the situation is, I feel like this person is like, I just saw like an image in my mind where like you go to like pin someone down and they move, and you go to pin them down and they move. Like, this person's slick, like they're slippery, and how they argue. Like, they constantly switch the story around, or something to do with that. Six of Wands, Knight of Wands. Yeah, this person wants your attention, okay? Like, they want to come out on top. They want to win. And Aquarius, you're over here, like, you're taking this challenging person as a personal challenge to strengthen yourself. Now that can be good or bad, depending on how you handle the situation. I would say, I would stay on the up and up here. I think that you, I think you're going to have a hard time doing that this week. Just saying. The other way I could read this is like some of you are, you're attracting this because you are in an energy of conflict yourself. And so you might be the one that's like, come on with it. And then you get it. You get you get the confrontation you were looking for. So be careful with that. Don't be inviting chaos into your life. Aquarius, don't. Because sometimes I feel like Aquarius likes that chaos a little bit. So watch that. On the career front, like I said, a lot of emotional fulfillment here. That looks good. Needing to work on your either mental well-being or physical well-being as well this week. Take all this angst energy, Aquarius, and take that ass to the gym, That's a note to myself. I'm an Aquarius. Yeah, right. You'll never find me in a gym. I hate gyms. But I might go for a walk or something. Lots of fire here. Could be dealing with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sag, or water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Or Capricorn. I had Capricorn out too. Or another Aquarius. Pisces. Pisces. For some reason I can't see any of your chats anymore. Pisces. Ooh, the trine. Being in the flow. I like that for you, Pisces. This is a very harmonizing energy. Talks about ease, gifts, rhymes, support, indulging, going with the flow, understanding the flow of the universe, being in tune. So, whoa, holy crap, that went way over there. Hold on a second. This says, you know what to do. And that's so interesting because the title of the Pisces reading was something like that. I think it was like, you already know, or you see it for what it is. So I feel like some of you are in that flow, and you're in that flow, and that, just to release, I feel. If you've been bottling up anything or emotions, I feel like you'll be releasing that during this time period. You already know what to do. Some of you have been ignoring your intuition, and it keeps nagging, and you need to listen to it. Others of you have been honing in on it, and now you're in a more of a connected type of vibe, connected type of energy. And you're kind of seeing the connections and synchronicities around you, which is beautiful. And then the Hierophant, as I say that, very spiritual energy. This is seeking higher guidance. Some of you might be getting guidance or giving it, seeking counsel, something to do with that. Some of you might be dealing with a Taurus. This is the card of Taurus. It's like taking the higher road, you know? Some of you are getting messages via your dreams or intuition. The Emperor, Queen of Swords, Four of Wands. So I feel like this is you, you know, taking the higher road, being more into control. Now, there's a difference here. I think in the past, you've wanted to control situations or outcomes, or you were dealing with someone like that, and now you're learning that that actually causes more resistance, and so you're starting to understand that concept and go with the flow a little bit more. Release that. Some of you have someone here that's blocking that or has not yet to understand that, and they're like, I feel like, especially like if you are dealing with a masculine person, this person is having trouble letting go of control, even though they know it's not in their highest good. And so you're left over here, I feel, with like, you know what you need to do. And what you need to do is take control of you. Okay, Queen of Swords. This is like not taking any shit. You know, it's like being more logical. This is a very intelligent type of vibe here. So that's why I feel like, you know, you already know what needs to be done. You're already analyzing the situation or making calculations. You're able to see the big picture, but you're dealing with someone that's not quite there yet. Okay. And they may be coming to you for some guidance. Interesting. Four of Wands, because you're in a much more stable energy, trying to appreciate what you have. And that's how we get into the flow. So like a lot of people don't know, like they know the term of release, they know go with the flow, but they don't actually know how to do it. You know, and let me tell you what. Here's how you do it. You appreciate your life and stop focusing on what's wrong or what you don't have. It's really that simple, but yet really hard. People have a hard time doing that. You know, it's like having gratitude, walking around with gratitude. Now, Pisces, I feel like a lot of you have achieved that, you know, working towards that. But you have someone here that kind of, I don't know, they get in their own way of their own flow because they think that it has to be a certain way. And I think that you might be trying to teach this person or demonstrate something. Like, I know how to handle the situation. And this person's like, no, I don't want your advice. Or I don't care. You know? Something to do with that. The Chariot and then Justice. So, I feel like this situation will balance out. There will be movement forward and some sort of justice served here. All right? So, if the energy's been blocked, it's going to move forward. If this person has been blocking you or blocking themselves from being in this, then that energy is going to move forward. It's beneficial, I think, at this time for you to keep an even mind about this, not get emotional over this, stay logical here. Place your energy into, for a lot of you, like family, home, things like that. Yes, the Six of Wands. Woo! That looks good, Pisces. Yeah. And by doing that, you get the attention or the recognition that you want. It's like Yeah. Some of you are going to be... It's funny because I feel like you're getting attention, but you kind of don't want attention. Like, only a Pisces would be like that. You know, like, Pisces typically don't like to be, like, complimented in front of a lot of people. I don't know why that is. Not all Pisces, but a lot of them. Because they're more to be like, thank you, okay. You know? They're more of a subtle, humbleness to a Pisces, where they just don't need all that, like, attention. Or maybe like a fire sign loves that attention. Like, they love it. Pisces, you're more like, okay. You know? So I feel like that's kind of your vibe here. Like, you just kind of want to blend in with the crowd, you know? But at the same time, looking good, right? Could be dealing with the Taurus, Aries, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Sagittarius, Leo, or Cancer. That's what I have out, yeah. So that was Pisces. Oh my God, I've been talking for the longest freaking time. Ugh. So that's where the readings end. And if you want to stay and chat with me, totally stay and chat with me. A couple things I want to get off my chest. And I forgot what the story I was going to tell you about. Oh, yeah. So, you're welcome, Justin. I didn't see the orb, so we can't talk about it. I'm going to rewatch it, though. What zodiac sign did that come out with? Because I want to see it. Was it big? Oh my God, I got to find this one picture, you guys. I have got to find this. I have a picture of me holding my brand new newborn son. And he was, it was the first day I brought him home. And this was back in the day when we published pictures, right? And I got the picture back from Walgreens, and there was, I'm not kidding, like the orb was about the size of a bowling ball. It was huge, and it was right over the top of my newborn's head. It was crazy. It's crazy. I actually sent that picture to Teresa Caputo, the medium on TV, the Long Island medium, to see if she could give me her thoughts. Oh, what that meant. But if I find that picture, next time I go live, I'm going to show it to you guys. Or maybe I'll do it on my vlog page. Which, by the way, if you don't follow my other page, you stink. But that's where I do most of my chats, if you like chatting with me. But yeah, I'm going to find that picture. So, but I'll rewatch the video to see what you guys were talking about, because I didn't see it. Is my son gifted too? I don't know. It was my third child, and he's only 8 now, so he's not old enough for me to know. But we'll see. I don't consider myself gifted, though, so that's what I wanted to talk about. I do not consider myself to be gifted or psychic, and I never claim to be, ever. Now, so because I have people that, you know, they want to be snarky and be like, well, who died and made you the blah, 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 blah. That's how they sound to me in my brain. And I want to be like, I've never claimed to be any of those things that you say that I am. Here's what I am. I'm a spiritual person that listens to my intuition and learned how to do numerology, astrology, and tarot cards, because that's where my natural passion is. So I've spent pretty much my whole life reading on it because I've always loved it. That's all. Nothing else special about me. Now, I have songs playing in my head all the time, and I've listened to my intuition long enough to where I can tell when I need to take heed in a situation. You can put a title on it if you want, but I don't title myself that way at all. And also keep in mind, these are general readings. This is a YouTube channel. My channel is labeled entertainment for a reason, because YouTube is entertainment. Duh. You come here to be entertained because you don't want to, because you want to distract your mind. I don't know. You know? So, like, keep it real. You know? Now, if you get a private reading from me, do I take those absolutely 100% dead ass serious? Yes, I do. I really do. I'm very selective in who I'll do private readings for, simply because I need to have some sort of assurance that the person I'm doing a reading for is connected to reality. So if I feel like that person's disillusioned or not in touch with the situation or psychotic, I ain't doing your reading. So I don't just open my readings out to the mass public, because that's dangerous. That's downright dangerous. There are some wackos out there that really, really, really should not be getting readings because they don't know how to discern fact from fiction. So in case you're wondering why I don't have my website up all the time, is I like to filter out who I choose to do private readings on, and I have the right to do that, because also I don't want that energy in my energy either. So I'm very selective about who I choose. Now, right now, I don't have any private readings open because my life is too busy to be able to dedicate that time. I've done a few for personal friends or family that have asked. I used to do them a lot, but you know, life gets busy, and I don't ever want to rush a reading, you know? And if I feel like I'm on a time crunch, I just don't feel genuine about it. So I don't have them open right now. So yes, before you get on here with your fake profile and fake username and say, who made you a tarot card reader? I made me a tarot card reader, you idiot. You can too. Learn how to read friggin' tarot. Make your own channel. Do whatever you want. I don't know. You know, but I highly suggest, before you get a deck of cards and start telling people what to do, that you open up your third eye and get in touch with your intuition first, or you're going to be all over the place. And I think you can tell when you watch a tarot reader when they only understand the card and that's it, versus the ones that are genuine, right? I can tell when I watch a tarot reader if they're genuine or not. And I can tell the ones that just do it for entertainment, which is totally fine either way. But you can slander my name all you want. I didn't claim to be any of the things that you saying I am. I'm a human. And also, I don't consider myself to be like without flaws. You know, because I think some people are like, you're a tarot reader, so how could you say such cuss words? Because I'm freaking human. I got my own life lessons I got to learn. I'm still a moody, emotional person. And although I understand the higher messages and I understand right from wrong, that doesn't mean that I always follow it. Because I'm human. Okay? So I didn't ask to be put on any pedestal. If you put me on one, take me down right now. Because I didn't ask to be there. Okay? And put yourself on that pedestal, because maybe if you feel better about yourself, then you won't come to my tarot page talking trash. Right? But I'm not going to change who I am or be holier than thou, because I'm not. I'm not. And no tarot reader on here is. No spiritual person is. No religious guru is perfect. None of them. None of them. I don't care how famous they are. You know, none of them are perfect. Nobody is perfect. Period. So that's my rant on that. Also, I have somebody that knows me, like knows me in my personal life, that keeps creating fake profiles and trolling my pages, and it's like getting old. It's like getting really, 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 really old. And so if I seem irritated, I can tell when it's like a true troll and when it's this person, because the things that they say are not things a troll would say. They don't know that because they're not a YouTuber. So I can tell exactly the difference between a troll and someone I actually know that's hiding behind a fake profile. Yeah, I feel like at this point I do have a stalker because it's creepy. Stop it. You got something to say it directly to me, or use your real name, you coward. Like, for real? It's irritating. So anyways. And I don't think I'm wrong in that either. I don't think I'm wrong in that. And just asking to be left alone, you know. Now, let me tell you about Taco Bell and why I can never eat at Taco Bell ever again. And then I'm gonna leave it on that. What a weird transition, right? I went from talking about a troll to Taco Bell. Maybe because they both left a bad taste in my mouth. What a bump bump. See, I'm snarky lately, right? Like, I have been on a roll. I've been super moody. Super moody. Okay, so I had a craving for Taco Bell, and I freaking love their Mexican pizzas. And so I go there, and I got a big, huge fountain pop because I love fountain pop. I don't know why pop tastes different from a fountain versus a can, but it tastes different. I'm telling you, it tastes different. It's better. Anyways. And I'm all excited about this, right? So I go to take a big drink of the fountain pop soda, whatever area you live in, they say it different. And I could taste mold. I could taste the inside of the fountain machine. Like they hadn't cleaned it in maybe ever. And so I was like, I spit it out and I was like, ugh. And I'm pissed, right? Because I was looking forward to it all day. And I'm like, ew, oh my gosh. So I didn't drink it. But I went to go eat the Mexican pizza, and it also tasted moldy. Like it had been sitting out. But I was so hungry. So hungry. And guys, don't ever do this, because I'm an idiot. That I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. I'm just going to power through it. Over a $4 Mexican pizza. I was like, maybe it was just that bite. So I eat another bite. I'm like, ugh, maybe it was just that bite. And I eat another bite, like not the brightest crayon in the box, right? I ended up eating half of it. Now, halfway into it, my stomach started churning. This is how fast food poisoning happens, when you truly been poisoned. And I think it was salmonella or something. I don't know. Like, all of a sudden, I break out in a sweat. And my stomach, like, dropped. And I was like, oh my God. 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 I'm going to be sick. And so I immediately knew that whatever I ate was rank. Bad. And I immediately knew if I didn't get it out of my body before it got past the stomach, then I was going to be really sick. So I'm like panicking because I hate to puke. I hate to puke. I would rather have anything else happen other than puke. It's like, ugh. And I'm like rocking back and forth. And I'm like, oh God, what do I do? And I'm like, I got to make myself puke. I got to do it. I got to do it because I'm going to get really sick. And I knew I shouldn't have ate that effing pizza. And so I go into the bathroom and I make myself puke. And oh my God, it was so terrible. was so terrible. And just in the nick of time, because as I was going to do it, I actually started to naturally do it because my body was like, you have been poisoned. You have been poisoned by Taco Bell. Get it out. So yeah, I puked it all back up. It was really super gross. And it tasted moldy coming back up. And the whole time I'm thinking, Dana, you idiot. Why would you keep eating it when you knew it didn't taste right? Because I was hungry. It was terrible. Oh my gosh, yeah. It was the worst. So now I can't eat at Taco Bell, which really sucks because I love Taco Bell. I thought about going back to complain because I'm like, if it made me sick, guarantee it's making other people sick. But I never got around to going back there. And I've never been back since because now I'm afraid. Now I can't have any more Mexican pizzas. That was my favorite. So that was my Taco Bell story. This is like the grossest story ever. I'm gonna make my own Mexican pizzas. It is so sad because I really actually like Taco Bell. But once a place gives you food poisoning, you don't go back. You can't go back. You don't go back on that. It was my own damn fault though. So another weird thing that happened to me, and then I'm done. Then I'm gonna leave because I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Talking about food poisoning. See, I don't learn. So how about on like Monday or Tuesday, I am working from home, okay? And I look out of the corner of my eye and I see something flying. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And initially I thought it was a bat. And so I'm freaking out and I'm the only one home. So I'm like, oh my God, what is it? What is it? And it was a finch, a small bird, a finch, about this big, that somehow came through one of my windows. And it's stuck in my bedroom. And it's like flying around the ceiling. And I'm freaking out because I don't know what the hell to do with this bird. And the bird is freaking out because it can't figure out how to get out the window. This is my Tuesday, okay? So I'm like chasing this bird around. I'm chasing this bird around with a blanket. So I once saw in a movie, if you throw a blanket over them, it's like stuns them, or they can't see so they won't fly away. Then you pick the blanket up. I saw this on a movie. And so I got it in my mind. I'm like, that's how I'm going to catch the bird, right? So I close all the doors. And right when I go to close that closet door back there, the bird flies into my closet, okay? It's a walk-in closet, so it's a pretty big closet. And it's hiding. I don't know where it's at. So I go into the closet and I close the door behind me really quietly because I'm going to trap it right in the closet. And I can't find it. It's a tiny bird. And so I'm like ruffling the clothes to see if it'll fly out. And then I thought I saw something. So I go to put my face like this by my jewelry box. And it literally like flies out from behind the jewelry box. And I'm like, ah! I fall backwards. If you could have videotaped this, I would have won $1 million on America's Funniest Home Videos. So now it's like frantic in the closet. And I'm like, okay, we got to get out of the closet. So I open the closet door and it flies and perches on that window there. Okay. And it keeps hitting the window because it's trying to get out the window. And so I took the drapes that are there and I hurried up and like went around like the window and pushed it so like the bird was trapped between the window and the drape. And I was somehow able to also finagle the window open just enough that the bird finally flew out the window. Success. And then I celebrated because I was like, I totally handled that on my own. So that was my Tuesday. Yeah. That got the bird out. He was not harmed. He was really cute. He was actually a really cute bird. Um, so yeah, it was a really bizarre week. I'm telling you, the energy's been a bit off. Definitely did not think I would be battling a bird on Tuesday. But at the end of the day, like once it flew out, I just like died laughing because I'm like, what the actual hell just happened? I just fought a bird and won. Oh my gosh. But those are my two stories. And that's all I have. So now I'm done. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And 214 of you wanted to hear that. So right on. Cool. Thank you for subscribing and joining me. Like I said earlier, don't put me on any pedestals. I'm just a YouTube tarot reader. You know, but if you like my vibe and you like my readings, cool. Awesome. I'm happy to have you. This is my 1 year anniversary. I hit just under 44,000 subscribers in 1 year, which is 44,000 subscribers more than I thought I would ever have. So, yay. That's awesome. I'm really, really thankful for that, really humbled by that. I love having this page, and I've met a lot of great people on this page, and so we'll keep it going, keep it growing. And yeah, thank you for the super chats if you gave me a super chat. Thank you for the messages. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Follow me on Instagram. Check me out on Facebook. And go sign up for my other YouTube if you want to do more of these chats, okay? So I'm going to go eat. Yeah. I'll talk to you guys later. Namaste. Bye.